پرویز روانی در خدمت شما هستیم. سوالاتی داشتیم که اگه اجازه بدید شروع می‌کنیم.
Are you from a Zoroastrian lineage?
Yes, I was born into a Zoroastrian family, and I think I am a familiar figure in the Iranian Zoroastrian community because I was an MP representing the Iranian Zoroastrians for 2 terms.
Are you a Zoroastrian only because you were born into a Zoroastrian family?
No, like others, a person born into a Zoroastrian family is supposed to have enough knowledge of Zoroastrian thoughts and a strong will to rightfully choose his or her own religion. Since your choice without knowledge bears no value in Mazdaism or Zoroastrianism, the individual demonstrates this knowledge through Sadra-Pushi ceremony, by which he or she is publicly initiated into the faith, or as they say, join the kushti wearers.
How can an individual become a Zoroastrian?
Anyone who believes in Mazdaism or Zoroastrian principles and practices monotheism, good thoughts, good words, and good deeds, that is, the essentials of Zoroastrianism, is a Zoroastrian. Also, they perform the initiation ceremony or Sadra-Pushi, that is an accepted ancient ritual.
Make life most renovated.
Make life most renovated.
As God wishes.
As God wishes.
Righteousness
Is the initiation ceremony or Sadra-Pushi necessarily performed by a Mobed who is a Zoroastrian priest?
No, it is not necessary that a Mubad perform the initiation ceremony. Sadra-Pushi is an ancient ritual that indicates the initiate has gained adequate knowledge of Mazdaism and chooses the religion.
Are you recognized as Zoroastrian when you knowingly announced you are a Zoroastrian?
Yes, because Sadra-Pushi is a ritual in which the individual joins kushti wearers, that is, a full-fledged member of Zoroastrian community. It also manifests that the initiate is a Mazda or God believer and follows Mazdaism basic triple principle, or good thoughts, good words, and good deeds.
Is Sadra-Pushi a requisite to becoming a Zoroastrian?
Nothing is obligatory in the Mazdaism religion, and the believers must always consult their wisdom and conscience. The Sadra-Pushi ritual is a test of the initiate's knowledge of his choice and his belief and dedication to monotheism, good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Therefore, it is advisable that this generally accepted and ancient ritual be performed.
What principles must the initiate know and acknowledge while undergoing the Sadra-Pushi ceremony?
Basically, the initiate takes a vow to worship Ahura Mazda, or God, and to follow good thoughts, good words, and good deeds in his life. He believes in Mazdaism that favors peace and deprecates war and feuding. He always strives to follow Asha, universal law that precisely regulates every move in the cosmos, and to remain benevolent and harmless to people.
Has this religion always been called Zoroastrianism ever since it came into being?
The answer is definitely no, because Zoroaster never called the religion his own name. However, it has been called Zoroastrianism and its followers Zoroastrian since the Sasanian dynasty. It was thousands of years after Zoroaster's time.
What does Mazdaism mean?
Mazdaism is composed of 3 meaningful units: Maz, Da, and Yasna. In Persian language, Maz has changed to Mas, and it means great. Da means wise or wisdom, so Mazda means the great wisdom. Yasna signifies worship and prayer. Therefore, Mazdaism means worshippers of Ahura Mazda, or the great wisdom, that is the only God.
Were there any indications in the Gathas that a terminating religion would follow?
No, there's nothing like that in Zoroaster's teachings.
To what extent is the information published on Persian websites that is based on parts of the Avesta, such as Vandidad, superstitious, hostile, or valid?
The Gathas or Yasna section of the Avesta is the only part that reflects Zoroaster's own sublime thoughts. Since the Gathas have always been believed to be sacred, the Zoroastrian movements have never dared to alter the contents and have delivered them by heart immaculately to the present generation. Inspired by the Gathas, the Zoroastrian movements started to write the other parts of the Avesta, such as Yashta, Vandidad, Visprad, and Khorda Avesta, thousands of years after Zoroaster. These were sometimes against Zoroaster's teachings. For example, Vandidad, meaning anti-div or anti-demon, was started during the Emperor Xerxes of Achaemenid dynasty and completed during the Sasanian dynasty. Hence, this part of the Avesta was written by fraudulent religious leaders a long time after Zoroaster's death. They were written to serve the benefits of a particular social class, and most of them did not contain Zoroaster's thoughts and teachings. Although sections of the Avesta can be a reflection of ancient Persian culture, attributing them to Zoroaster's teachings is a fallacious argument in line with personal benefits of some particular groups. In summary, if we rid ourselves of political and economic motives, it will be obvious that the Gathas are the only pure essence of Zoroaster's thought-provoking, sublime songs.
Is Mazdaism a monotheist religion or a duality?
Pure monotheism can be found in Zoroaster's thoughts, and you do not have even a mention of Ahriman against Ahura Mazda. However, the two faculties of spontaneity, or progressive mentality, the divine faculty that creates, maintains, and promotes, and angramania, regressive mentality, or destructive faculty that ruins and degenerates in the thoughts of humans, do not exist in the Mazdaism religion. Zoroastrians called the eternal time god, and Ahura Mazda and Ahriman were known as his children, always fighting with each other. Later, this philosophy penetrated into some parts of the Avesta. In the Pahlavi scripts, Ahriman was given a real character, and the fight between angels and their counterparts was also mentioned.
What is the role of fire in Mazdaism's religion? Is it respect or is it worship?
Nowhere in the Gathas is there a mention of worshipping fire. What we understand is that we should keep fire, like the other three elements, earth, air, and water, away from contamination. In the Zoroastrian traditions, the light of the fire or any other light is the direction to which they worship God. As Christians stand toward the cross and Muslims toward Mecca and worship God, not the cross or the black stone, Zoroastrians stand toward the light of fire and worship God, who is limitless, invisible, etc., but not light or fire itself.